How are you? Good.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, sir. So, thank you for coming here today.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you to the media. We thank you for standing by the rule of law. Thank you for doing this for democracy. My opinion has always been that justice can never be served if there is no fair hearing. Fair hearing is crucial to justice. And of course, there is nowhere you abuse somebody's rights, you deny fair hearing, and you want to now met out justice. It will be injustice at the end of the day. And there are so many things that I want the media and the entire world to put into consideration. My standpoint has always been that, number one, everybody deserves to be heard, and the rule of law is not for just victims. The rule of law is for victim, is for the suspect, is for the judge, is for the police, is for the public. Those are the angles that rule of law is. And it's so appalling and it's so scary that the Nigerian society, particularly young generation that we have now, majority assume that whenever anybody is accused of any crime, you are already condemned. And the fact that irrespective of the evidences, that you don't deserve to be heard. Look at it now. This is a country that in 2021, an individual has been accused of a crime. It's over 2 months we have not heard from him. He's been in detention. In a situation whereby you look at it, what will happen if eventually he is now innocent? Who will pay for the damages? Is it the kind of police that we have that we hardly say sorry? Even if the court says go and say sorry, do this, would they do it? Are we grown up enough? And then you now consider the fact that will you allow that to be done to your father, to your son, to your brother? I am not in support of what he's been accused of. And that is another bone of contention. A lot of people, particularly those you assume are intelligent, are educated, they actually do not understand that there is no way we can achieve peace without protection of human rights. Evil people, before they commit evil against the other person, if they don't put human rights into consideration, they will have their field day. And that is why you see that when we travel abroad, we enjoy peace, we go on our way. There are so many races that doesn't like us, that doesn't like me if I travel abroad. And they could easily accuse me of any crime. But they know basically that the law of their country will not favor them because they are citizens and I'm an outsider. Whatever they do against me, they get punished. And they will still allow me fair hearing. But in my own country, I will be treated like an animal. And so everybody is quiet. Even when he was accused, the police actually they are allowed to do the investigation. I was also patient with the police. Like, go ahead and do your investigation. I want to know. I went to meet this man. I said, did you commit this crime? He said, okay, fine. Since I cannot see what is being taken as evidence against you, I will allow to see. I am interested in protection of that young girl. Every minor must be protected. No child should be abused. And of course, we also understand that it is a domestic issue. It must be established genuinely, and the only place it can be established is the court of law. But in Nigerian society, the way we are all raised, we are not raised with human rights. We are not raised with duty of care. Our parents will shut us up at home when we want to express ourselves. How then do you want to get justice in the society? How then do you expect those children to grow up, work in bank, work in court, work in police, and will even protect human rights? We are the problem we all created by ourselves, not the leaders. The leaders we have are not being imported for us. They grew up, our parents raised them. So we need to understand that that is my standpoint. Look at the several things, the entire justice system. The police, they pick this man up. He has been accused of sexual assault. What about the use of a child? What about the use of a child as a bait? You ask a child to submit a body to be raped again, to be abused, to be molested. Those adults, they are walking freely. If you are protecting, if you are using the Child Act protection law, what about the innocence of that child? The child relies on an adult for food, for shelter, and that is why you can abuse her rights and coerce her and say, submit your body, I want to prove. If you trust and believe the girl in the first place, why the setup? Now, at the end of the day, there are series of lacuna. The media are not talking about it. There is evidence of torture. Nobody is talking about that. It is part of human rights. If we went out of our way, I have never been harassed by the police. I have never been detained before, but I have seen several people complain about police brutality. I came out. I sacrificed. I slept in front of House of Assembly for 6 days. I did 2 days in Lekki. I was only unfortunate not to be there the day there was gunshot. Now the bottom line is, was I a victim? But I share in the pain of other people. That is human right. That is dignity. That is humanity. The media are not talking about that. How can you do that with a teenager? And so many things that I want to see. I want to see the process of a court. I want to see how another human being who actually wrote an application to get employment will now use the law wrongfully. I want to see this whole process. I'm a citizen. I'm an adult. I'm a member of the voting public. I am not saying if the man is guilty, he shouldn't be punished. Okay. That is my position.
About son Yoruba.
He was granted bail some weeks ago. So we are aware that he's yet to perfect his bail condition, which is why he's still in custody. So I don't know whether you are privy to the bail conditions and why he's unable to perfect.
Immediately I did my protest, which was even the suspect himself didn't want me to protest. He assumed I am doing it for him. I said I am not doing it for you, I'm doing it for every innocent person, every human being out there, including visitors that come to Nigeria. I want people to be able to come to Nigeria and enjoy. We travel to other countries, we enjoy. Our children, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, they are out there in countries, even when they overstay their visas. They enjoy human rights. That is why they can be able to be sending money to us to survive. Why in our own country, you as an adult cannot stand up for what is right? It also says a lot about the legal and the litigation orientation of the Nigerian public. I understand he was granted bail. To me, whether he meets the bail or not, whether it is too high or not, what I know is that he has never been granted he doesn't even enjoy the bail. And whatever the case may be, this is Nigeria. My own is, you all can support that he should be held in detention for as long as you want. I will continue to say, kill me after, do whatever you want to do. Abuse of human rights will continue to abhor discord. That is why another set of people will stand up and say, we are herdsmen and we will kill, we will kidnap anybody and nothing is being done. You can't get justice if you are supporting injustice of other people. You will continue. Online and offline.
About son Yoruba ní ṣókí.
Ẹ bèrè question ni kó lè wá.
Ó dà kí ló gbé yín wá sílé ẹjọ́ lónìí.
Àbá ṣe àpá ṣe wẹ̀ ní ohun tó gbé mi wá ojú wípé wọ́n ní ìdálù òun nìṣèlú ohun tèmi rí ni pé gbogbo àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn kan tá à ń ṣe mo fẹ́ wò ó lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ náà ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni mí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì èmi ń pariwo mò ń ké nítorí human rights mo dẹ̀ believe pé tó bá tiẹ̀ abuse right ní police station tó bá abuse right ní ilé ẹnikẹ́ni téèyàn bá dé ilé ẹjọ́ is for everybody common man ẹni tí ò léèyàn tí ò lẹ́bí tí ò lára ó ṣe kí ni ó máa rí hope and the fact tí mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ni pé whether ìwọ ló fẹ̀sùn kan àbí ìwọ ló fẹ̀sùn kan yàn àbí ìwọ ládájọ́ àbí ìwọ ni ọlọ́pàá gbogbo wa la ní ẹ̀tọ́ lábẹ́ òfin the law doesn't favour victims only but unfortunately including àwọn míì tàbí pé wọ́n kàwé ní Yorùbá ìtumọ̀ sọ yẹn kọ́
Yorùbá yẹn náà ẹ tẹ̀síwájú
ojú lásán ṣe ṣe wèrè
ẹ tẹ̀síwájú.
at the end of the day ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tàti ẹ̀rọ pọ̀ kàwé tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí wọ́n treat àwọn bíi human being ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbọ́ òmòfin wọn ò mọ ẹ̀tọ́ ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mẹ́tọ́ tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ dìbò gan abẹ́fẹ́ súnmọ́ ẹni tó ń dìbò tó ń dìde ìbò ẹ̀ lè béèrè fún nǹkan gidi wọ́n kàn máa recycle the same social services tó ń fún wa èyí tó jẹ́ ojúlówó wọ́n ní fún wa and that is why I am here to I am not in support of me dúró láti sọ pé n tẹ́ni ẹ̀sùn tó fi kọ́ mo support ẹ no I can never do that me the mental problem àmọ́ ohun tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kò sí bó ṣe lè rí náà ó ti dé stage tó jẹ́ pé èmi ò lè sọ wọn tó kú o èmi ò lè deny pé mi ò mọ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà rí iṣẹ́ tàtijọ́ ṣe ti pọ̀ dáadáa tí n bá deny lójú ayé tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó fíìmù àti kọ́ kópa kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣé ó ṣe é deny ni tó bá yá sí pé bò wá tiẹ̀ wá ní deny yìí ò mí pé bóyá mo support pé n tẹ ṣe ó dáa o ìkejì ibẹ̀ ni pé nígbà tí mo débẹ̀ tí mo rí pé kò sí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn tó tiẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ wò tó bá jẹ́ mi nìkan náà ló máa kù bí sí mi láì nítorí pé lábẹ́ bó tilẹ̀ wù kó rí pẹ̀lẹ́ fi kú o ẹ fẹ́ parọ́ mọ́ ni o pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀ gbogbo ìyàtọ̀ fi jẹ́ kò sí ìtọ́ máa sọ pé ẹ lọ́kọ̀ mọ́gi kò sí ìtọ́ máa sọ pé ẹ lọ́bẹ̀ lórí ó sì máa padà wá sáàrin wa ṣé kó kú ni gbogbo yẹn àwọn èèyàn lórí social media ẹ máa ṣe bí Ọlọ́run kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn authority èmi ò I'm not a perfect human being but we must understand that lábẹ́ bó tilẹ̀ wù kó rí tẹni tó dé láàrin àmẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀ o tẹ́ni tó dé láàrí o.
ó dà kí ni ẹ gbọ́ nípa bẹ́ẹ̀lì wọn.
ohun tí mo gbọ́ ni pé gbà tí wọ́n fún wọn ní bẹ́ẹ̀lì which tèmi rí pé personally mo kọ lẹ́tà sí gómìnà Èkó wípé bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti abuse right ẹ̀ fẹ̀kọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n sì máa san gbèsè yẹn later torí ó ti lò bí almost ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta kó tó di pé ìjọba Èkó adájọ́ ṣẹ̀ fún ní bẹ́ẹ̀lì a máa yìí máa sọ yẹn later at the end of the day lẹ́yìn tó tún fún ní bẹ́ẹ̀lì wọ́n gbìyànjú wọ́n mú level 16 wọ́n náà kọ́ fún level 10 wọ́n lọ tún change ẹ̀ èmi ti rò pé àtẹ̀mí ti ṣe yẹn mi ti lọ ń bá ṣe tèmi lọ mo kàn déédéé gbọ́ ni pé ó sì wà ń bẹ̀ mo ní Yọ̀mí mo ti wà lọ́sítù mo sick o mo fẹ́ ra oògùn ó ní kí n send owó sóhun mo ṣẹ̀ send owó oògùn mo ní ẹ̀ sì wà ń bẹ̀ ní ó lóun sì wà ń bẹ̀ o pé bẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn o tó bá ti débì kan ó forí ṣọpọ́n mo ní èmi ò ẹ má takò ẹni ẹ má tiẹ̀ dárúkọ anybody ẹ ṣáà kàn ní sùúrù ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ hold on ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́mi yín jábọ́ o tẹ́ ẹ bá wà láyé lẹ lè jẹ sọ pé bóyá ẹjà rẹ jẹ̀bi o tẹ́ ẹ bá kú sí police cell wọ́n kàn gbàgbé yín ni o ẹ ṣáà máa ṣọkàn ọkùnrin ẹ má kú o táìsàn tí kú yẹn bá dé ẹbẹ tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ máa bẹ kú ni ṣáà sọ pé mo gbà pé kò yẹ kí n ṣì wá ń bí àmọ́ ikú jọ fún mi láyè kí n sọ tẹnu mi tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ẹ jẹ̀bi torí pé láàrin èmi àti ọlọ́pàá láwọn ti parí investigation wọ́n ní gbogbo nǹkan táwọn rí ní gbogbo ìwádìí àwọn ò rí ju sexual assault which is even the non-criminal one nítorí pé gbogbo ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ tó pariwo rẹ́ẹ̀pù àwọn fídíò wà ìgbẹ́ èlò a rò pé n tí ò ṣe fojú rí ni nígbà tá a bá rọ fídíò báyìí ọmọ ẹlòmíì ká ọmọ rí pé yé mo kú o kíre eléyìí pé ní kíní kan at the end of the day ọmọ tó ló ń sọ pé wọ́n fi bá ṣe kíní kan wọ́n jọ ń gbádùn ara wọn wọ́n ṣe gbẹ̀ bóyá ó wá jẹ̀bi lábẹ́ òfin o àwọn akọ́lọ́ Nàìjíríà ò ní database eye ọjọ́ orí tí ẹni tó bímọ bá pọ̀ mú ẹ̀ náà lẹ́ máa gbà so bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tó bá jẹ́ pé ó jẹ̀bi lọ fèsì court ṣàlàyé tẹnu ẹ mo rò pàgbàlagbà ni lọ sọ court ìyẹn ò tèmi ní pé gbogbo ó ṣe gbá kan gbà tó yá wọn tún ní àwọn ò sọ pé ó bá sùn n táwọn sọ pé kọ́kọ́rọ́ ló lò gbogbo yẹn tún jẹ́ kó rí mi táṣì pé mo fẹ́ wo ẹjọ́ yẹn mo fẹ́ gbọ́ I want to face it mo fẹ́ wo bí ẹjọ́ ṣe máa lọ tó bá jọ máa lò lọ́nà tó tọ́ bọ́jọ́ máa lò lọ́nà tí ó tọ́ ẹjẹ́ àjọ máa wò ọgbọ̀n kó tó bá ṣàdé stage kan tára ọmọ èèyàn ò bá lè gbà mọ́ bó jẹ́ kí n dáná sunra mi ni màá ṣe kiri màá sọ táìmù yẹn torí pé èmi I hate injustice tí bá ti ṣe létà ẹ lè wá mú mi létà o ẹ free o mo kọ́ ìmọ̀ àwọn àkọ́ṣe against mi.
ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀yin òṣèré tíátà kílẹ̀ ti ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
èmi ò kí ẹbí tẹ́mi wà bí mo wá ní ọwọ́ ara mi ni o mi ò mọ̀ pa ẹgbẹ́ òṣèré o ṣé ẹ̀ ń gẹ́tì mi ẹ̀ ṣáà rí oríṣiríṣi ilẹ̀ ti gbọ́ ìyí tẹ́mi bá ti ṣe lè kẹ́ra fọwọ́ mú ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ oye ọlọ́run ló fún yàn lẹ́gbẹ́ èèyàn lẹ́bí gan kó di pé tí wàhálà bá dé òde rẹ́bí so campus bọ́ sí ẹgbẹ́ kọ́lọ́n ṣáà ṣètò kọ́lọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ dáadáa tí ó bá jẹ́ pé yàn lóòótọ́ tó sọ good tó bá yẹ pé ó ní kan tó fẹ́